Hello everybody. Yes, today, Sunday, Sunday papers. I've just read from what used to be a prominent newspaper that was believed without stupid opinions, make the most outlandish statement, which shows that the people they employ have got education, but unfortunately sparrow brains and no intelligence which they're born with. That's what they need. Anybody can study and learn a lot of facts and figures, but do they know between right and wrong, good and bad, or false or true? They don't. And most of them, unfortunately, the most cowardly lot ever imagined, from public school. People who think they're superior to others have never done a stroke of work in their life, so that they know what life is, a struggle, and that only the truth and courage come forward, and none of them have got that. Well, I want to speak about several things today, because what the Daily Mail, the Sunday Mail, wrote about a prospective parliamentary leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn, has suddenly come up when all politicians are cowardly, lying, scum-like, and murderers, liars, thieves, destroying other countries, like, and not as bad, most of them, as an arch liar, coward and scum of the earth, Cameron, who was put there illegitimately. How can you be legitimately in charge with 30% of the vote? Another false lie. The whole system, the Houses of Parliament and the scum who inhabit them all, who get paid to lie there and destroy the country, as well as the House of Lords. Lords, what are they? They're the scum of the earth, liars who need to be put right. The only way they can be put right is a good smack in the teeth, and understand that the law of life is the law of force. Because the law that we have now is a law to help destroy the country, because there is no law that punishes the evil doing of the scum who are allowed to get away with murder even. They are allowed to murder, and judges and the whole criminal enterprise known as the legal system, which is illegitimate. Now, I'll read this to you because I've written it. My solution is to develop a new political party bound by a constitution, which we haven't got now, which espouses a set of principles attractive and desirable to most people. This party has to be clearly different, totally, from the two-party system of lies and lies on both sides. Lies of red, lies of blue. Scum. All of them. Thinking of only their pocket, but no, they're never thinking about other people themselves. Selfishness rules, but we will smash all that. And when we've got hundreds of thousands behind us in Norfolk, UK, because it's a good little area where we can build a new empire based on the truth, and run, of course, by the best businessmen that exist because of their religion, by the Jewish people, with Judaism that teaches them to be good to the poor, to be good to those who have to suffer in this life without anything, and to the rich to help the poor. But here's the rich to rob the poor. That's what, my friends, I tell you now without any doubt at all. Anytime now, will create a bloody revolution, where it will be a replica of Boudica 2,000 years ago, where she pulled the heads off of the children of the Romans and played football with us. It will be the same now. Destruction of evil bureaucracy, which it all is, even to a judge putting a woman in jail for kissing a granddaughter. What are we going to allow that? The judge will get it in time. and he'll be punished in a 3-in-1. That is a physical punishment which I haven't divulged yet, but I will do. And of course, this two-party system will be simply this. I can tell you in words while I'm reading. The two-party system will be a complete alliance between the very rich and the very poor. The very rich will be able to invest their money in factories to give good jobs to the poor, who will produce what is necessary to stop this country going bankrupt, which it is quickly doing under Cameron, so that we produce everything we consume here in this country and export more. And therefore we don't have to borrow every day 100 million, 200, 300, 500 million a day to keep going while British industry is totally destroyed. Now I come back to another thing, which is the outrageous, stupid, opinionated comments of idiots who wrote this in the Sunday Mail, that Corbyn would be a failure. He cannot be a failure half as bad as is happening now under the Conservatives. The Conservatives will get a shock of their lives, because it's absolutely certain that the next election Corbyn will win easily, because half the country didn't vote, because they cannot trust liars, traitors and murderers in charge, making decisions that distrust and destroy their lives, giving all the money to large corporations. And that is why the rich have got richer, because the large corporations in which they have invested their money are bankrupting the small self-employed ones. I'm talking about supermarkets now. I hope you're listening, Marks and Spencer, who pretend to be so good. I hope you're listening, because there will be a lot spoken about you and people like you. Yes, and now they talk about having a woman in charge. After that failure of Bolland, talk about having her in charge. Well, has she ever run a business? Has she ever struggled? Has she ever understood life? No. And now having a baby at 50, which can't help being ugly. She can have a baby, but 50 is too late. It's not a good example to young people either. And if she's going to be an example like that to the run-down Marks and Spencer who are going down every day, it was created by a marvellous man and then deteriorated and fallen into the hands of useless people in charge, like their chairman. Oh, we haven't done very well this last week. Oh, but it was the weather. Oh dear, the weather. The weather, but not management, which you don't understand, you idiot. Now, a bit more. He's a lawyer, the worst thing, the worst criminal. That the UK has got us dragged the UK, yes, with 100,000 laws. But we need a law based on do unto others as you would be done unto, only one law. And all lawyers would have to learn what justice is, because now it is injustice and lies and failure. And we've had enough, the people have had enough. And we are ready for one thing, all of you. Rise up now, and we will have a revolution where everybody will be put to work to produce what we're buying in, and buying in with borrowed money, and then with that borrowed money, time will come when we can't pay it back because there's nothing produced here. We will produce everything that this country did 100 years ago. And we can, we will, and we must. It is our duty. It is our target. It is our will. It is our future for the young people who aren't even looked at now. Well, there's only a few words, but why was it that the Mail on Sunday threw so many lies at this poor old boy? Well, I'm older than he. Corbyn. He has a few good ideas, a lot of bad ones. Yes, I could tell him exactly what to do to be successful, how to manage a business, which is what the UK is managed, without bureaucracy, but with trust, with understanding, with looking after those who need to be looked after first, even those who are on the social, who live off the state. They would produce, they would be pleased to show their hand because they look down on everybody. Everybody would need to help and produce thousands and more factories. And not only that, anybody who tried to bring their produce to the UK, if it was produced here, it'd be out. That's what we call trust. That's what we call democracy. That's what we call help each other in the UK first. And as far as another thing is happening now, that cowardly liar, criminal, and scum of the earth, Cameron, is responsible totally, personally, as well, for bringing in all these poor people who've lost their lives, whose country has been destroyed. No, I'm not suggesting anybody should come here. Nobody should. There's more than enough people now to produce what we need. But let's remember one thing, when we keep blaming the influx of immigrants, why are they coming here? Because their country has been bombed unto destruction by Cameron and that scum making great shout about, oh, but we stop it all. We'll have sniffer dogs. He's a bit like Marks and Spencer. Oh, we didn't do very well at water. Oh, no, it was the weather. Oh. That's what they need. That's what he needs. In time, all those who brought this country to its knees, all those who we need now more than ever, not large corporations. They can be hived off, but we need a small producer with 5 or 6 dozen, 100 people, small businesses, which is 5 million in this country who are on their uppers. We need them to get twice, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times the production so that they make money for themselves and pay a living wage to the man who uses his hands. We don't need those who don't use their hands. We don't need all these idiot, cowardly, rotten, thieving lawyers. They will be kicked in the backside so hard they won't be able to sit down. And yes, we will have absolute law in Norfolk when we get all the people behind us and we secede, depart from the corrupt UK which is ruining everybody, except those with multi-billions. Oh no, they're all right for the time being. What I'm saying to you is to prevent, totally prevent a revolution where rivers of, I don't want to use rivers of blood, it's the stupid thing he said years ago, where blood will be shed. We want to stop that, where all the rich will be destroyed because they're rich. We need the rich more than ever to set up their own factories to produce what is imported now. Yes, we do. And the rich can provide the capital, and there's plenty of spare hands willing to work and will work and will produce and will be loyal to our cause, which is a cause of justice, which has never been in this country. Since the last war, the excesses, the Nazis, and I know more about it than anyone. If there's one person who thinks he can take me on, let him try, or her. After the war, it was decided because Hitler, who could have been a marvelous leader if he had the Jews on his side, because the Jews were loved in Germany, they were kind people. Now, if he'd have had them on his side, he'd have been a world conqueror. Instead, he listened to all these big-headed, cowardly idiots wanting to blame the Jews for being Jews. Look what they've done in 3,000 years, they're still there. And they will be there. And all the trouble Israel is going through there. Yeah, they use hard methods. For next door neighbor, you throw bricks through your window and manure, buckets of manure, and you're fairly tough. You're going to give me good hiding, aren't you? That's how it is. But no, the other half of the world take the take the time of Hamas and all those other people who only want to destroy. And the problem now, the biggest problem is that cowardly liar in America, Obama. Anti-Semitic totally. And what's happened now with the agreement with Iran? Now, if you want an agreement with Iran, forget all this about the nonsense about atom bombs. Because the way things are going, it won't be long before they use this for the whole world. Let me tell you this now. It's quite simple. Iran, if they wanted peace with Israel and peace with the world, should immediately apologize to Israel and say we are the same group of people. We think the same, we eat the same. And we look very similar. Why can't we be friends? I know we've made mistakes saying you're going to be thrown into the sea. What a bloody stupid thing to say. Your neighbors, help each other, neighbors. The whole philosophy now in the world is to fight each other. Should we help each other? Find a way to be kind to each other. And if anybody's too different, yeah, give them a smack in the teeth. But don't bring the whole world into it. That's what should happen. Now, with Israel should be backed by Iran. And no, you don't need to go through 1,000 different meetings, waste time and money. Be sensible, be genuine, be remorseful. Trying to shove a whole country in the sea. It's like you, well, how would you feel, Iranians, if somebody wanted to shove you in the sea? You're a great country as well, and so is Israel. You got there by blood, sweat and tears, yes. But so is the United States, so is Australia and South Africa and everywhere. With invasion from other countries. That's how it is. I don't want you to much more into that. Now, 1 second, I will look up there. Yes, I've said enough about the Daily Mail. You ought to be ashamed. Try, yes, you're all well educated, but try and get education and intelligence if that's possible, and understanding. I can give you some private lessons, but you're too big-headed to listen to anybody else. Shame on you, because Corbyn is not my cup of tea, maybe. He has some ideas that are valid, but he's never done any work either. He's never worked from 6 in the morning with his hands. He's never worked 20 years without a break. He won't understand how an ordinary poor worker feels, with worry, with pain, with tiredness, and still keep going. Courage is the one thing that we want. Courage is the most important quality in human nature. Most people will think, no, you can't do anything at your age, not much I can't give you the opportunity. How many of you now, how many of you in Norwich can organise a meeting? I'll come and speak, and then you'll see a different side to life. I guarantee you will listen. And it won't be just words, it'll be this and this that we will do when we get control. And when we get control, my friends, I'll say this to you, a lot of people will quake in their shoes. No, we don't believe in death penalty, never. But they will all visit a 3-in-1 center. I'll come to that another time. It's the most marvelous and unbelievably successful product which will control every evil in human nature. You don't know what I mean yet, but you will do. Something to look forward to. Goodbye, for the time being.